Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading. If you're wanting to make a booking, you can go directly to the website. I have added some features and functions connected to the website. If you go down to the booking section, in the little box where it has instructions for people that are overseas, there is a link that is kind of highlighted. Now if you click that, it will take you away from the website directly to a place where you can find times and dates connected to different hemispheres, as well as area codes and dialing codes. So if you purchase a booking where you're actually calling me, because there's different options connected on the website, you can press that link and you can find the codes. Now I do explain very carefully in the website all the things that are required prior to the date taking place. Now, if you're trying to book actually on the day you're physically looking at it, 9 times out of 10 you won't be able to, because I will either A, be pre-booked, or there is a small time slot connected inside whereby I can use that time to schedule my day, and that's so you guys all get the best possible reading, and it's a manageable situation then whereby I can meditate. Okay, so this for you, month in July, we'll get back to your reading, but if you're wanting to make a booking, link below, and look at your rising signs. Enough shop talk. Okay, I have selected some chakra points for you to actually focus on. Now, this will be areas that will be coming up in your life, or that you will need to use during this time. So your intuition, your thought, psychic abilities, and you actually owning your right within your own personal needs to speak your truth and to stick up for yourself. Now, I'm feeling there are some people around you that they have your best intentions and best interests at heart, I'm being told. Now, you will need to communicate with them at some point, and you know you're going to. You're being very patient during this time, and I feel you like a puppet. So I can see strings, and I can see people telling you what you need to do, fussing over you, and you're not saying anything. You're just going with the flow. And like a fly on the wall, you're watching it all unfold. And the information, you're like a massive sponge this month. It's like you're observing and you're taking it all in. You're having an epiphany. Now, I do feel you looking at a situation and coming to a sense of clarity. And this is the general part of your reading. So the clarity that's going to come to you, I can see paperwork connected. I can see people connected to this paperwork. I can see paperwork, yeah, a lot of paperwork in different locations for different things. I can see banks, I can see legalities. It's not bad though. It's your choice. It's what you're wanting to do. It's what you're sorting behind the scenes while people are nagging and fussing at you. And trust me, it's not nagging. although some maybe are, but it doesn't feel like a naggy energy. It feels more like a caring, loving, doting energy, which is all good. Now, so paperwork's getting sorted. Okay. You're being asked or made to stay somewhere. Very interesting. You do not want to stay where you are. Your family wants you to stay where you are, I'm being told. You will temporarily. And you will travel this road for a little while, I'm being told. Now, this may be a main message coming for a very few of you, but I'm being told to tell it regardless. You need to walk your path. You need to walk the path that serves you the highest. Be it people have an opinion of it, for a while you will tolerate that opinion, but at some point you will say nothing. After saying nothing, it will be a physical decision. And I can see yourself removing yourself from a situation, not through anger, through a clear decision, through a grounding decision of wanting to do something purely for your spirit and having to do that for yourself. And yeah, okay, I'll leave it there. Now, you have got a card that is quite interesting. Yeah. A current situation you're going through actually does remind you of a previous event. This can be that you had a premonition in many, many years ago and you're physically looking at your life where it's come to, and it's like you're quietly thinking, I knew this was going to happen. I had all the warning signs. I knew this was going to happen. But you're not angry because this was the path that no matter what you did or what you changed, I'm being told that this still would have happened, because this is the turning point in your T-section road. So don't try and mull over it in your crown chakra. Use your intuition. It'll tell you the truth. No matter what you did, this outcome was going to happen. But you're shifting between two worlds. So pay very close attention to your intuition, because what you're seeing is actually real. Who you're talking to may actually be real. You may start seeing some things that the norm, as per se, would say are impossible. This may be through your dreams. It might be through your sixth sense. It might be during the sleeping realms. You start seeing things where you're coming in and out of sleep, but I can see somebody communicating with you from the other side. And also your forward motion in your intuition is, oh, it's weird. How do I explain it? It very much depends on where your mindset's at, to a point where you can physically sense and feel what others are doing without having them in the room. That's what I'm thinking. Now, family members and individuals around you are going to come to a point where they're going to be peacefully and lovingly communicating with you and thinking this is good medicine for you because this is the way they love you. And that's true. It is true. And you do know this. And this warmth is great love. But you will communicate that back to them, whatever you decide to do on your road of where you're going and how you want your life to change. You're going to lovingly assert yourself with peace, feathers and communication. And this can be a very, very huge change within your life that you're transitioning through. You've also got this card in reverse. So you know life is not playing a trick on you. You know your intuition is telling you completely the truth of what you need to do. So you're not being fooled by the reality of life and by the reality of the road you're choosing to move towards. And because of that, you know there's no remedy. You know the only remedy is to walk on that path. So you're choosing to walk on that path. And how you choose to walk on that path, with which shoes, with which tools, with what attitude, that's very much going to come down to you, how it goes. But you will, in your mind, be in between two worlds, thinking and growing spiritually. You don't completely see the road forward, and in a way it gives you peace, but in a way it guides and protects you. But I don't feel a sense of frustrating, I feel a sense of nostalgia. This gives you warmth, but there is going to be a loss of some description, and it makes you feel cold or left out in the cold. Now, something is ending in a sense of a way of being. It can be a way of being in a road you were traveling. It can be a way of eating. It's just something is changing and something is stopping and it's being cast aside. And it's your wisdom in life that has guided you to this point where you're making this very large decision. It feels like a very emotional decision. Oops. It's because you're having an awakening. So you're really, really changing. Go with it. Trust. And your crown chakra is all activated there. Okay? Work with it. Follow your head. Your head's telling you the truth. Okay, on to the couples. What's going on with you guys? I feel your partner to be quite understanding this month through your transition. And I feel them to be different to the way they used to be. And it might be because you've changed, because something's changing. So directly their energy is changing. You're communicating a lot better as well. And I'm hearing it's your turn. It's like a role switch. So how their attitude was before, now your attitude might be a little bit similar, but not to the total degree. But yeah, I don't think it's, you are changing, but not towards, how do I put it? Their behaviour's completely changed. You, however, have changed, but any detrimental energy they had, I feel that's gone. For you, I actually feel you've changed, and not to act as if they were previously, but the way in which you're interacting is different, as well as it's like now where the energy was on your partner, now the energy is on you. That's what I'm sensing, that it's your time, I'm hearing. I hope that makes sense. You're coming to a point where you're looking back from where you've come and where you're going. So is your partner. And you're telling a story together. You're looking at the story and you're being nostalgic over what has transpired. But you're releasing the burdens and you're letting go and you're ready to evolve and change and move forward. but it's not an emotional energy. It is, but it's not. It's an acceptance of the energy of what's around you both. And for you and your partner, this is actually healing old wounds, which is like flushing out the old and in with the new. There is a calm energy around you that I'm being shown you are looked after. You are protected, both here and on the other side. Your instincts directly together are humming and you're in sync with each other. And there is gold at the end of the rainbow because you're coming to a very peaceful place in the relationship. Okay. You don't need protection because you are protected, and that's what I said previously. So within this relationship and yourselves individually are both very protected. And this relationship provides the dynamic for that to happen. You're going to have clarity connected to this change within your relationship. But a cycle for you both is ending. It's a transition of life, I feel. So a way in which you relate to each other, it might be you're buying a house. It might be that, you know, your children are moving out. It's a transition. It's a transitional stage I'm hearing. It might be you're leaving a job and, you know, this is going to directly change the way in which the relationship is directly relating and how it's going. There's some very grounded energy in here. Very, very grounded energy. Towards the end of the month, it will feel sad because a phase of life is ending and a new one is beginning. And you're not sure what to expect within your relationship, this new road you both together are taking. It doesn't feel like a breakup. If it is happening, well, that's totally separate. But at the moment, the vibe I'm getting is like a transition. It's a transition within. So, you know, if maybe you had been thinking that that was something on the plate, I'm hearing at the moment it probably won't happen yet. But that's not the vibe I'm actually getting. The messages I'm receiving are that there's going to be, in some shape or form, a transition. So maybe the reason I'm not sensing that is because if this does happen where you and your partner decide to break up, it would have been a decision that was made many moons ago. So that's not actually what I'm receiving because the energy is very calm, very on each other's level. Okay. It's very busy though because of this transition, and it might be a move of a house. It could be a move of a house and a move of a location to be closer to people that you love. I do feel that it's going to have to happen quite quickly due to a chain of events that you need to put the pieces of the puzzle together to be in correct timing for something. So it could be a wedding, it could be a birth of a child, it could be starting a new job, so you need to get the pieces of the puzzle together. It feels like a very quick shift. A very quick decision for a shift. Okay, singles, what's going on with you guys? Something to do with children, and this could be that you do have children or that you want to have children, but children is highlighted. Could be nieces or nephews. I can see children around you. One in particular, a boy, a young boy. If you hear my phone, it's so ironic. I try and call someone. They don't answer. And they're like, oh, call when I'm doing these videos. Oh, you're keeping your cards close to your chest. wanting to go somewhere, and again, it can be a move. I can see a home. Now, a home, this was what family is. Okay, so children, childhood home, a home you've been at for too long, a home that no longer serves your purpose, a home that no longer directly connects to you. This home, in a way, you had disconnected the umbilical cord from, and it needs to go, or you need to go. This house may not feel like home for some, or it might be you don't feel home, but something's changed. Okay, you're having to be very proactive during this time due to this change in your life. And you're not being able to be still, be grounded. You're actually having to, because if you want it to happen, you're going to have to work towards it. And you know that the possibilities are limitless. And I do feel a connection to a job, that maybe the move is happening due to a job, due to an income bracket change. And I feel it's going up. So you'll need time out to think about how you're going to address it, what you're going to do, when the correct timing is. And I think it's been on your mind for a while. But you know the possibilities connected to it. So you're thinking it's something you actually, and I do feel a very excited energy that you do have to make a decision connected to a move. It might be to move closer to somebody, and that the partnership that you're considering is limitless. It can go anywhere you want, and it makes you feel very, very nervous. Yes, you have a choice. I do feel it's within 8 days, or it could have been 8 weeks, 8 months. It's been on your mind, but you have a choice, and your intuition's going to tell you, which is really odd, because yet again, crown chakra. And, you know, standing up for yourself and honouring what you need spiritually is, you know, yeah, you have that awakening. You had the awakening card as well, you know, so if you're in between two worlds, watch both singles and couples. And it doesn't have to be you physically left. It can be your mindset is at that point where you're in two worlds. Listen to both. Okay, a person who's directly connected to you is starting a new chapter. Now, this, let me read it first. Okay. They're not being compassionate towards others or themselves at the moment, but they have lost hope. So this could be, for some of you, if you have just left a relationship, this is the way they're viewing the situation. Now, if this is a person who's coming towards you, this is the energy that they have experienced in their life. Through a different person. And this could have been from your past. Doesn't have to be. Okay. So at the moment, they're not feeling unconditionally loved. And if they are in a partnership, they are going to leave to have that freedom so that they can have that, because they're not getting that within the relationship. And where they're feeling maybe compassion isn't coming towards them, or they're not being compassionate, is because they've learnt some hard truths. And they are having patience, but they're patiently waiting, I'm being told. They lost hope, and it's making them feel out of balance, and they weren't freeing themselves or aren't freeing themselves yet. They are starting a new chapter. So that's how they enter the month. Yeah, once they get balance, they are going to leave. That's what I'm being told. So for them, I do feel it's between a water and an earth energy around you. But it can be any. And that can be the attitude they're taking on that month, that they're grounded or they're emotional, or, you know, gauge it that way. It doesn't have to be the zodiac sign. Don't stress over the zodiac sign. If that person's energy directly relates, then that's what it's about. Okay, so I've pulled you an angel number and you've got 414. The angels are sending you divinely guided ideas. Trust in their accuracy and act upon the ideas that stimulate your interest. So again, crown chakra, you know, look at it to a point where, like I said, you kind of, the shape-shifting scenario of you visually foreseeing things, you physically sensing things around you, you're being guided. So if you're thinking, gosh, did I just sense somebody in the room? Yes, you did. Or did I just smell a cologne or a perfume of Aunt Betty? Yes, you may have. Okay, I'm going to pull you one more card for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what I'm being guided to do. And then I'm going to love you guys and leave you. Okay, you're not believing it, but wish upon a star. And also a parent on the other side, be it a grandfather, a father. Wisdom of the earth is trying to give you some messages, so just hear it. That's what I'm being told.